My eyes.
So,
Yes, bro.
we are on the set of the rehearsal of the play that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and it's based on social justice, right? Dog, like, but what's your expectation? Like, what do you think is gonna come out of this?
I am expecting it to be different, like extremely different, extremely out of the box, like nothing usual. And I'm also expecting to like be touched.
I think so too, hey, because I think a lot of people don't think social justice matters affect like university students. So it would be nice to see it from an art like point of view, you know.
Also, like social justice is being made entertaining.
Entertaining, I think that's because people deflect and they run away from speaking about like big problems and issues that affect us. So if someone comes up with an approach that is more acceptable, and what's more acceptable than art? So I think it's absolutely amazing that they're actually doing this. And my personal outcome and what I think is going to happen is it's going to bring a lot of weird emotions, you know.
I think people are going to be surprised.
They are. They are. They are.
They may be surprised about, like, this actually touches me.
I think it's going to be so relatable, dog. It's going to be something that's so relatable. And you're going to be like, damn, I actually didn't think people knew that this is what we're going through. So the fact that it's being showcased and stuff
involves everyone. It's for everyone. It's for you. It's for me.
Do you get what I mean? I'm really excited.
I'm super excited.
You guys.
Are you ready to cry?
I think I'm gonna cry. I think we're all gonna cry. It's gonna be a beautiful production. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. And also, like, dog, like, what like social justice issues do you think they're gonna speak about? Because there's social justice issues that affect the country as a whole, but they don't affect students. Do you get what I mean? There's student-related like social injustices, you know. So what do you think like the specific ones are gonna be?
I actually feel like it's gonna be really personal, like a social justice issue that's personal to you or me, like religion or something.
Wow, and I think that's a major one.
It's always the majorest one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it could be personal, but at the same time, the production is for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, the lecturer is going to come here and watch this. So I feel like professional issues of social justice
social
will
justice,
also be,
right?
like, spoken about. So this play is literally for
everyone. And I like how they left literally everyone in the dark, because no one knows what it is and what it's about or what specific social injustices it's going to be based on. So it's like you literally going there blindfolded, you know, and you have no you have no set standards of expectations. It's just vibes. It's just vibes, literally, and then whatever you take from it, you take from it.
Oh my gosh, we're literally the blank canvases. Like, this is the art, and this is about a shape.
Are you deep?
I think I'm deep.
I think you're deep. I think you're onto something.
But yeah, so I feel like we're the blank canvases, and I feel like anyone that's going to be watching this or whatever should really come here open.
Yeah, I think so.
Be impacted the way they're meant to be. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely.
Oh, guys, this is really exciting. Right? This is really exciting, and I like the fact that we have the opportunity to just sit here and just talk about it and be a part of it, hey, because I feel like it really does invite people. Do you get what I mean? Definitely. It's gonna create conversation for sure. For sure, like, it's gonna create conversation.
Like an in the moment thing. It's
no, it has to, dog. It has to last. It has to last. So. Shout outs to the directors, Mark and Oliver. Shout out to the unit of institutional change and social justice. Oh my gosh, they're making an impact.
You're doing great things. We're proud of you. We're happy to be a part of this. We're happy to be commentators and you know, all that.
Guys, enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves. Like Thabiso said, open yourself up to the experience. Don't go in there with an expectation of, oh my gosh, it is a play, but it's not controversial, it's not commercial, it's out of the box and it's different. So be willing to receive it, you know. Be the blank canvas and allow them to paint. Allow them to paint what they want you to see and what they want you to feel and to understand. You get what I mean? Just enjoy.
Don't let the impact be short-lived.
Don't, dog. I think that's one of the most important things.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I'm warning you.
Hey?
All right.
You better be touched now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hi, so we're here with two of the cast members of the production, Olivia and Elton.
Yeah, guys, welcome. So what we want to know, right? You guys are the cast members of the production, and obviously you guys knew what the production is about, and you guys took the initiative to obviously audition. So what was the thought process? How was your experience all the way from auditions to rehearsals to now the trial run? How are you guys feeling, and how has everything been?
That in one answer.
Yeah. you can put it in a paragraph if you want to.
Well, actually, when we auditioned, there was no saying what it was really about. It was just go up and audition for social justice theatres. And for quite a while, actually, once we had gotten the roles, we didn't know what the roles were, really what the play was about. So it was really an experience of building it along with the whole cast and discovering what happens act by act.
Yeah.
It was quite amazing, and we're all not all professionals, so we're all learning as we go, and it's really been quite cool.
That is amazing.
I love
That's
that.
amazing.
I love
Yeah.
So with me, my experience when I started, as she said, I didn't know what it was about.
That's crazy.
I
So
just-
they literally just said, guys,
Yeah.
come and audition.
We didn't know what we were auditioning for. The auditioning style was different from other auditions or the ones that we used to see on TV. So yeah, it was a great moment. It was a great moment when we made it to the show, to the theater production and all that. So the experience was really overwhelming, but then I can see now that it was worth it.
Oh, man.
It's not easy being an actor.
It's not. It really isn't.
It's
It
really a lot of
isn't.
work.
That's
so
true.
now I see what's behind the scenes, working from behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You get to appreciate more and more of what you're doing, and then you get to understand what people were doing, maybe on screen, on theater.
On theater,
So,
that's
yes.
true. That's amazing, man.
So
that's amazing.
fantastic. So I'd like to hear from both of you guys, from now, because this means so much to you, because of all that you had to go through. What are you hoping that the audience is gonna get from the production?
Yeah, because you guys know what the production is about, but how do you think the audience is gonna receive it?
I think there's going to be many different mixed reviews. Not saying, someone's going to say bad and someone's going to say good.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's going to touch everyone differently because it covers so many different personal and more social aspects.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to have that moment where he's like, I agree with that. They've really got something there, and I really want them to have this wow moment. And also, well, when you see it, you're going to understand that if it's going to be different for everyone.
Yeah.
So everyone's gonna definitely leave with something.
Yeah.
Right? Awesome.
There's actually a lot of controversy happening, which is great.
Yeah.
It's the viewers are really gonna be touched, the audience, because we're not only acting, but we're addressing serious issues that students are dealing with every day, the injustices of students, what's happening, and all that. So they're really gonna be touched, and I hope that they leave there with something. No, they're not just only there to watch. Yeah.
True. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much for having a chat with us here on Let's Talk. We're looking forward to seeing the production, and I hope that you guys are very excited for the final outcome. Like you said, mixed emotions and everything. Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
So
Yeah,
thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you. So we're here with SK Luwaca, right? And he works at the unit of institutional change and social justice. So do you want to let us know what that's about? How's the experience of working there, and what the unit essentially is?
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Well, the unit of institutional change and social justice,
Yeah.
is concerned with issues of institutional change, institutionalizing the cultures that are based on human dignity, equality, and freedoms. According to the Constitution, we've got to progressively realize social justice as well as human rights within our spaces. So that's the work that we do at the Unit of Institutional Change. So social justice week is one of our flagship projects where we explore different thematical areas around social justice. So
Big words, guys.
as you-
Big words. Big words.
So as we are here today to witness an arts production that projects a university based on Ubuntu. We call it Ubuntu production. So I am here to be blown away. I am here to learn, relearn, and unlearn as we imagine our futures.
Come on now, SK.
I'm telling you.
That's a deep man right there.
Speaking of this Ubuntu production, you said you're willing to learn and unlearn. What do you think you actually will learn? Like, because you work at the unit, you know a lot about this stuff. So it's like there's nothing else you can learn.
Yeah.
But what do you think is a new thing that you could learn?
And I think just to add on to what you're saying, obviously this is an art point of view. So you've learned more the book and the rule book, the textbook type of things. So with an artistic approach,
Well, you know, there's always, you know, with the work we do, there's always an opportunity to learn. So I am opening myself up every day to learn, because there are so many topical issues when it comes to social justice, different perspectives, and I think values then becomes the center, you know, the meeting point. I think today we are at a meeting point, you know, where we sort of explore the values and norms using an artistic approach, engaging constituencies in different and creative ways. So it's amazing.
Love that.
love that.
Love
But
it.
no, SK.
I'm born for camera.
I get that, but you didn't answer the question.
What was the question?
What do you want to take? What do you want to take? What do you feel
guys
you're
are
going to
asking
take?
Simple questions.
No, we can't be deep. It's a podcast, man. Come on, listen.
You
Let
can't
me
be deep.
read.
Okay.
Listen. What do you feel you're gonna take out that you already don't know of? That's what we're saying.
You remember, I haven't seen the play, so I can't. I haven't seen the play yet, so it's not easy to say this is what I will take out and I'll take. But I'm here opening myself to learning.
Okay. Okay. That's what we were asking, guys. Not about the art and the stuff and deep words. Oh my God. Guys, SK is a mess. SK is a mess. Can I tell you? Just a little disclaimer. No. Just a little disclaimer, guys. Before we were even rolling, right? SK was greeting the entire nation. Even Ramaphosa got a text from this oak.
I want to speak to the manager. I feel abused by the presenters.
There's no feeling of abuse in here. SK
I feel
is...
abused by the presenters.
Guys, anyways, thank you, SK,
so much
for
for
being with
being
us.
You guys said I was not answering the questions.
No, you did. You did. You said that you're opening yourself up to learning whatever it is because you have not seen the play, you know. So your openness is what you are taking and you're expecting.
So I think do you want to watch? I think you know that guy there. He must come and comment on the play.
SK.
I want him to take that clip when we're laughing so it becomes so natural.
Guys.
It becomes so natural when he actually takes, you know.
I can't believe it.
I've seen this thing,
This guy.
you know, before they take it to a serious chat,
Yeah.
they show you few clips, you know.
This is definitely
This
bloopers.
is what we're doing, right? And then we zoom people back into the serious conversation.
I think SK is the producer.
Right.
I think you're the producer.
That's what you guys think. And I'm the producer.
Mufasa, you've been replaced by Sikhululekile.
But Sikhululekile, thank you so much for your input.
Yeah.
We've really enjoyed your company.
It was
You
really
made us
fun.
laugh.
You made us laugh.
And thank you for sharing about the unit as well. We've learned.
No, thank you for inviting my views. You know, I never take that opportunity for granted to share thoughts. They are not superior. I mean, no one holds the monopoly of knowledge. True. It's always good to allow yourself to share, you know, with different knowledges.
True.
Yeah, man.
No, it's beautiful, hey. Enjoy the production.
Thank you.
I hope that you find whatever you're looking for in the play. Yeah, it's lovely speaking to you.
To have you.
Andy.
I think we're gonna end every podcast like this. He's like, it's SK's fault.
That's a very SK, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ask me a difficult question. I don't know why you are here first of all.
Hey guys, we're here with Vusi, and he also works at the unit of institutional change and social justice. Hi. How are you doing, Vusi?
Doing well. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
All right. Okay, so basically, what we want the rundown of is what is the unit of institutional change and social justice. What do you guys do? What are you guys about? Because I feel like a lot of us just don't know what the vibes are.
Yeah, you know, I think SK put it very correctly.
Don't want to be plagiarizing.
He's like
SK.
paraphrasing.
Yeah, I think we are an intellectual hub of the university that promotes social justice, that promotes equality, that promotes values that are mostly found in the Constitution. You see, to promote transformation within campus, to make sure that it's an inclusive and diverse space, you know, and also it's a space that is based on holistic approach in terms of teaching and learning, but also infusing, you know, other aspects of understanding symbols, you know, of the university, the spaces, you know, and how do we institutionalize transformation and culture.
Okay.
So you
Another deep man.
A holistic approach.
Yeah.
And like, you know, so this production is going to be a holistic approach and a different way of infusing how the unit works. So what are you expecting from this production?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't watched the production, but what I would expect, I think maybe it's going to touch on the direct experiences of the you know, experiences that we face as students in the university. Let's say maybe in issues that speaks to culture, that speaks to beliefs, you know, and maybe, you know, direct issues that are mostly affecting students. That would be, you know, issues of how do we get included in these spaces in our different beliefs, you see. So I think also the play, you know, I would expect that since it's based on the Social Justice Week, you know, it also touches on issues of you know, gender, or, you know, on how do we promote that inclusivity on a gender aspects. You see, so I think it's going to, you know, show a range of issues such as multi-faith, interfaith.
Yes.
You know,
True.
and, you know, in terms of our culture. I'm so excited because I saw that the production is mostly students, so it has, you know, a direct effect. You see, some of the things that they do, it hits home. Yes, you see. So and also even the space that is going to be showcased in, you know, this space now is a social space for students. You see, students. Most of the students, they come, they chill in this space. So. It also show that it's student-centered.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Vusi, for being with us. You're a star. You definitely answered the questions way better than SK. SK, did you hear me? You get what I mean? Thank you for being with us. Yeah. All right. All right. I also want to see the edit. Also, Mufasa is just casually like putting people in.
He's like, this chair is an occupational hazard.
It's an occupational hazard, and Moya, guys, Moya.
So, guys, you heard what Vusi and
Yeah.
me rap.
You get what I mean? Actually, guys, let's go. This is what I'm thinking about for an intro to Let's
Talk.
It's literally like, hi guys, welcome to Let's Talk. And
So let's talk.
let's talk. Do you get what I mean? It's literally in the word, Baba. It's in the word. It's in the word. And yeah, guys, we're just going to be chopping. And what we're going to be chopping about here is conversations that involve students, student life, university. We're going to talk about anything and everything. Do you get what I mean? We're excited. We hope you're excited.
Be excited, or else.
In.
Okay, so we're here with Prof Colin Chasi. Hi, Prof. How are you doing?
Well, thanks. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
That's
thank you.
good.
So, as an icebreaker, we know that you know a bit of German.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to ask you, what did you eat for breakfast today? And you have to answer it in German.
Oops.
Ich habe ein bisschen, ich habe ein Ei gegessen und ein bisschen Brot. Das war alles.
Okay.
All right,
Let's try.
wait.
Let's try.
Fun fact, I'm taking German.
Okay, so let's try.
Did you say that you had eggs and bread?
And bread.
Yes.
Oh yay! The classes are paying off. All right, Prof. So we just wanted you to give us a little bit of the rundown of what the unit is about, because I know a lot of students pass there and they don't know what actually goes on. We know that the unit helps residents like transform, change their names, change their cultures, and also we could see with the production that it's involving the unit, you know. So just give us a little bit of a rundown what the unit is about and what you guys basically do.
Now, we do a whole lot of different things, as you say. We do one half of our business is institutional change, and we will do a whole range of different things: the naming, renaming, stuff that you were talking about, the symbols, the culture, the values of the university. All of the things we do, of course, we do with other people, through other people.
Yes.
In support of other people. So a wide range of different things that attempt to assist the institution in its efforts to transform itself. And the other half of what we do is to promote gender equality and to confront and hopefully end discrimination.
Okay,
Right, awesome.
all right.
So, for the Social Justice Week, there's been a production that's been made. So, what went through your mind when the idea came that they want to use art to portray social justice?
Well, I think this has been a really big part of what the unit has been doing over the years. I think we have Giselle Bailey as a key. That is one of the things that she has emphasized, and we have continued to emphasize. And we've got a number of individuals in the unit who have interests in that direction. Poor Mike Mokatla is one of them. Olivia, who we've brought in, is doing a lot of work in that. So we try and collaborate, we try and support, we bring in students as much as we can. I mean, and this production is a wonderful example of the creativity, the openness to new thought, to experimentation. And I think that's what we need at a university. We need experimentation. We need things that are challenging. And I think that that's what we have got.
Alright, so this was like the dry run, so we got a little bit of a feel of what the production is about. We interviewed a lot of people on their expectations, and since you've seen it, what did you take from it, Prof? Like, it was a little bit, because everyone obviously is going to have different emotions and understandings about it. Like, what's your intake? What are you going home with from the production?
Yeah, what I'm going home with is that it's challenging, and I think it's a good thing that it's challenging. So it doesn't speak down to its audience. It's not there to teach you, it's not a pedagogical exercise. They don't come with one simple, easy message. They come with a set of ideas that are challenging. They, very unusually, at least as far as I read it, are critiquing ideals that perhaps we play with, not just one, but multiple ideals, and they're challenging us to think about all of these things with clarity, with honesty, and they're not providing us with an answer. And I think that's fantastic.
I think so too.
I think questioning is the gateway to knowledge and understanding, and what they're giving us are a whole bunch of opportunities to ask questions.
Literally what we were saying as we were coming back here, that wow, the fact that you actually don't know what's going on, but it's allowing people to engage and speak about what they can take from or what they feel like they understand. So it was a really good dry run.
Like, our thoughts are still going right now. Like, you don't watch it or come from it and like that's it, like you're at a full stop. You're still thinking, and you know, you're still being touched by it.
Yeah.
The more you think about it.
That's true.
So yeah, that's
That's true. So yeah, Prof, thank you so much for being with us and giving us your intake on what the unit is about and sharing what you took from the production. We are hoping to have a lot more podcasts with you that are just not on the unit but on you personally, because we read a lot about you and that you are a publisher of books.
Articles.
Well, that's what academics are supposed to do. I was an academic for a period. Many thanks. It's been a total pleasure, and you know, congratulations to everybody who's been involved in this production.
Yes.
Incredible young folks doing incredible things, and I hope that they do not. This is not the last of the things they do, and that as they go beyond the university, they continue to do such wonderful work.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prof. Do you want to point at the camera?
Hey!
All right. Thank you, Prof. Thank you.
Right.
Can we really not like have them here now? Oh, we're still rolling, guys. Let me tell you guys what is going on, right? So we're obviously watching this play, and it's like it's sectioned in all these like different areas, and the nice thing is that they get the people to engage.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, you're just randomly standing. You're part of the play.
You're a parent.
You're a parent. You're a student. And it's so nice, you know. It's very confusing. Very confusing. But it allows for conversation, bro. It allows for conversation. It allows for you to take away what you want to take away.
Also, to just chop it out.
Yeah, dog. And it's very emotive, eh?
Yes.
It's very emotive. Stay away from Elizabeth. I'm joking. She's a lovely woman.
Don't spoil it.
But yeah, it's an amazing...
You want to see it. You really do.
It's amazing.
So, yeah.
So, right.
So we're not interviewing them.
You can call them. We have a few minutes.
Also, can you please take a video of us, dog? I need like a snippet.
Where's Mike?
Already did that.
Where's Mike?
A snippet of what?
As in like kafonu, like on set.
You can call them immediately. There's 10 minutes left. And then
Give our Mike an... Where's
minute,
Mike?
yeah. And you guys are still rolling. So that's the nice part.
So we're just casually waiting for people to interview.
Sit.
I guess
Oh,
she is.
still my seat. Oh, so
You can leave. One of them can sit there.
so
But we have to
interview
interview
them one by
Oliver
one.
and Thingy together.
You can call one of the actors.
But we did that.
It's post-production.
It's post-production, my babes.
Yes.
There's no time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Where's Mike? Where's Mike? Get it?
No, where's Mike?
Where's Mike?
Where's Mike?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story. I have an assignment, and it's a podcast assignment.
Really?
Swear.
And what's it on?
The camera. Oh.
Camera.
COVID-19 vaccines matter. So
Oh my gosh, what are you gonna say about that? Guys, we're here and we're having our podcast. This is our first podcast. Tomorrow is really exciting. Tomorrow we are going to be doing an introductory podcast here. You're going to get to know who we are, what we do, what we're about. So what's that about? I don't know, man. It's really exciting. I'm really excited. It's going to be back.
And it's going to be, and you're amazing.
And you're amazing.
I'm so happy to be working with you and stuff.
Oh my gosh, we're like colleagues now.
Literally, dog. We're colleagues, dog.
I came to university to get a degree.
study,
Now I
and
have a
university
job.
was like, you're gonna work.
Now I have a
actually.
job.
Yeah,
I have a job, Mom. I have a job.
we're employed, mom and
I'm
dad.
employed. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's flashing. It's going.
Ooh, it's like I'm dying. I'm dead. So now what?
That melting emoji.
We'll show you later.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, Okies. So we went with these Oaks right here because they were busy with, obviously getting everything together, so we couldn't have the interview with them. But they're here. We're here with Mike and Oliver. We need to get that thing that's like. How you guys doing?
Oh, blessed. How are you doing?
Oh my gosh, thank you for asking. Hey, I'm alright.
How are you, Mike?
Hi, Shem. I'm surviving, Shem. I'm trying.
Oh, damn.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Miss Ma'am.
Yeah. Right. So, I have a question for both of you guys, and it's kind of a challenge. Could you please describe the production in 10 words? And it has to be a sentence.
It has to. Like, you can't say beautiful,
bright, excellent.
And no, it has to be
a sentence.
You want to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Should I count?
Yes, it has to be 10.
Inta bokgoni be le goreng di students tsa university di na le bona hape ntho e etsang okay o tla nkhautela okay so ntho bohlokwa e le gore nana play ena ya etsa ke gore nana e ntsha bokgoni be le gore nana di students bona le bona be le gore nana but mamdim okay
Mike Bona, bro. You're supposed to say it is a beautiful production that speaks about blah blah. So when I
our indigenous language are like they are expressive, not necessarily la.
Okay, I get it. Do you want to try, Oliver?
Only me, I can't.
But that's the challenge.
That's the challenge. Okay, Oliver, do you want to try?
Yeah. Okay.
You can do it in Xhosa, eh?
Libali lobuntu.
Okay.
Abafundi. Libali lobuntu. Okay. Izanodlala man. That's how much.
Okay.
Also, I feel like you are counting so weird. I saw you counting syllables and not words.
Yeah.
Oh. Exactly. Also, Xhosa is really hard, like language.
Let's try it in English, man.
Yes, please.
All right. So, this is an immersive theater production that brings you to the unity of being human.
It's okay. We'll give it to you, but that was good.
Fantastic.
It's okay. We'll give it to you. Do you want to try again, Mike?
It's your turn.
Or you give up completely?
No, I think we should give Mike another chance.
Give him a chance, guys.
So it reveals the injustices that were happening on the institute.
Oh, 9! That's good. That's a 9. 9. That's good. Well done. That's good. Awesome. It's way better than Okay, guys, so I don't know if you guys want to keep this in the down low, but we'd really appreciate it if you guys gave us a little bit of a summary of what the production is about, what you guys are trying to bring forth to the people, unless you guys are trying to disclose it. But just give us something. Just give us something. So
I think I would love to bring something, but not everything. But for anyone who's going to experience the show is like a hypothetical prediction of the institution in the future, and particularly referring to, how most of our ideals and knowledges as the African is excluded away from the curriculum as well as the academic experience that a student experiences in university. So we then try to go beyond that and try and explore an institution upon which the indigenous knowledge systems are integrated into the institutions. And so you get characters such as the Sangoma, and dare I use lack of a better word, being an integrated, important part of the university structures. And but I think I tried mine.
Awesome.
Mike?
Just to add on, I think Oliver has just mentioned almost everything that the play outlines. But I think most importantly, we experimented with the type of play. We moved away from how theater is done, now moving it to exploring the spaces. So we were able to engage with the spaces, now inviting everyone, all the parties of the university at large. We have characters of management, we have representation of students, and we have a representation of what Olivia has mentioned, the Sangoma, which all these parties contributes in or even shares the struggles that each and every party has. So we are able to,
to bring everything, into one space. And Mike, can I take over? Not take over, but Mike has just touched on something. The spaces we occupy, we rarely ever ask ourselves the histories, the knowledges they contain, as well as the politics they contain. It's as if we after you get what you need from a space, you desert it. You don't care about it. So there's that care that is lacking. And so with this production, we sort of try to bring an audiences into a reimagination of the space, and in the cognition of the main building space, for example. It's a space that everyone uses, but no one really dares to ask a question of, what is the history of the space? What does the space mean? So it is through this form known as immersive theater that we are trying to, bring in all those aspects, the cosmological aspects, into our existence, and, the unity, and not to go deep, but as you said, but as you said, I would like to believe that in the past, Mike, I'm passionate about it a lot. So in the past, it is said that people used to live in this way, that they were one with nature, and there was no separation between art, religion, and life. That life was art itself. That you choose to, okay, I look this way, yeah, this is how I feel. My room is like this, I'll design it like this is how I feel. I dance like this is the song I want to feel today, I want to dance today. But then, of course, past events happened, and then, the separation started, then it was called art, But now with this production, we're sort of trying to bring that back, reverse that cycle, and bring us to that realization that, hey, whatever you're doing is part of art, and your everyday life is part of art.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
so beautiful.
That's beautiful indeed, Baba. Do you get what I mean?
Oliver actually just answered my next question. I was actually going to ask, so why use art to engage, right?
Yeah.
So, would you like to answer that, Mike?
I think yes. So in the past, we realized that normally we would have these important intellectual dialogues, topics that one needs to engage with. But there's sort of disengagement with the audience and the people who are speaking, who has this knowledge. But once you bridge that gap with art, having something elaborated, visual, and then have that conversation, you're able to say, okay, referring back to what you've just experienced, and then having that dialogue, it makes it just closes that gap.
That's true. Yeah, I get
so
that.
true.
That is very true. Yeah,
Wow.
and it really does make sense, because like a lot of people do engage from deep conversations, but like art makes it a little bit more tolerable.
Relatable.
Yeah, like
Yes.
you can it like it lifts the weight
Yes,
a bit, so it's like,
definitely.
oh, okay, now I
Yeah.
get it, gives you a little bit of perspective.
Yeah.
So
Also, I like
that's
how
very
Oliver
nice.
calls it like immersive, because you're immersed in every aspect. Like usually we have these conversations and you're thinking about it deeply, but with art, like you immerse emotionally, like you're immersed in it emotionally and in every other aspect as
That's
well.
true. So you guys are students of the university, right? And you guys work at the unit as well. And you guys are particularly in the art field of the university, right? So the question that we have is, how did you guys find the balance between working in the unit and also being in a space of art, So the production could be one of the examples where you were able to bring everything together, but what other way are you able to be, or able to connect the art within you guys and the art that you guys do in the school, as well as the work that you guys do here at the unit?
Yeah, I think this is a very important question. I agree, I think. I've also worked for the Drama and Theatre Arts Department as an academic facilitator, and also studying and also practicing art, and not to blow my horn, but I believe as an artist, there's a huge role that you have in the cosmos and for the entire existence of humanity. We call it isakhono ngesiXhosa, so which means it is a gift that you have of healing, bringing light to, conscientizing, healing anyone that you may find as a human being, bringing knowledge to. And so it is something that I think is for myself is driving me each and every day, that from the Eastern Cape I came to study art for this reason of I need to bring light into humans in whatever form that entertains and educates. And so it's my calling. That's how I maintain the balance. It's my calling, and it's a godly gift. I would like to believe that of creating art for people to experience it, and each and everyone's an artist, I'd like to believe.
Yeah.
And so if then something means that much to you, it should not be hard for you to balance these things, And so then the question that maybe you might want to ask is, what are the challenges that most people find with keeping this balance, And I would answer saying that, our view towards work, towards school, towards art and entertainment is a little bit detached, that I feel like these things should be one, You should find joy in each and everything you do. If you're not enjoying it, why not? Why are you doing it? Exactly, yeah.
Love that. What about you, Mike?
How about Mbamdimi?
No, Kiki, elaborate. No. Like what the question?
Yes. So for me, working at the institute and also being a student, drama student, I find it interesting that it's like being given a platform to bring change, being a tool to kind of bring a creative ways of highlighting the topics that are
uneasy.
I think as I was last year at the unit here, we had a project where we were reviewing the names, and under that project, we realized the injustices that were happening on campus, more especially in the residences. So that eagered me to want to do something. I wanted to become a silence to those ones who don't have privilege that I have. So I thought, let me use this platform to create something alone, and it's gonna resonate with those ones who can't have these platforms that we have. So Lina, I think what we are doing. Yeah.
That's so great.
That's really
Heartwarming.
Yeah.
Okay, so personally to each of you, what is art to you? And when you make art, do you live by that definition?
Okay. For me, Olivia said this perfectly, I think, previous question, that art is each and every aspect of our lives that we embody every day. Your thoughts of trying to be creative, that spark in you to do something that is going to have an impact and that's going to remain there. That's, for me, is an art. For me to able to think, okay, I can do something that is going to change someone's life. For me, I find that very artistically. Yeah. No.
Do you live by?
Do you live by that?
Do you live by
when you
that
make art?
specific definition?
Okay, let me make you an example. Outside of being a performer or a director, I do music, and I realized that even music itself, I live by it. I think people would say that in my head, there are always melodies that I create, and even in theater, when I see something, it motivates me to want to do art influenced by that. So I live by it every day. You would think we are crazy, me and Olivia working around campus, because we are always in our zone thinking over how can we use this to create something out of it.
That's wonderful. And you,
For me, I would say, agreeing with Mike, of course, the art sisakhono lisiko indlela yokwenza yabantu bemveli base-Afrika. And it's the way of bringing us to the unity of the cosmos. In whatever way you write, you draw, you sculpt, you act, you dance, you do so many things. It's one way of bringing everything to the cosmos. Other people teach, other people write, accounting, science. Each and everything is an art. And it's a gift from God, that of creating. coming up with ideas, creating things for the good of the, of humanity as well as nature. We forget about the animals and the trees.
And just to add on what Oliver is saying, that art, if you look at art doesn't have negative impact on our environment.
That's true.
So anything that has negative impact on it's not an art.
Wow.
Yeah. So if it's artificial, cancel it.
Okay. What if I create a toy? I mean, I think what you mean is that if it's against, it's anti-life, it's anti.
Oh yeah.
If it's anti-life.
Yes, anti-life. Yeah. So then, do you live by your definition of art, and what way would you tell us that you live by that?
I do, certainly, to the most extreme extent. For example, and this may be something that people will argue me, since I believe that it is a way of living. And so in art, when I create art, I'm aware that I'm dealing with humans, and humans have certain flaws. I'm aware that I'm dealing with a cosmos that is unpredictable. And so I've come to a kind of living wherein whenever I experience something that is negative, I learn from it as opposed to avoiding it. When I experience disappointment, I sort of learn from it as opposed to hating the person or, it's a thing of addressing. I live by it, and in my daily routine, not to share a lot, but guys, do yoga, pray, ground yourself, and have those positive vibes. And if you find it hard, it's okay.
That is okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, life is art, guys. Life is really art.
So yeah, man. So I remember we were with you, right? And you were telling us a little bit, like giving us a little bit of a sneak peek as to how the production is going to take place. Obviously, you didn't tell us everything, but I remember you mentioning the setting, right? In the sense that there won't be actual chairs where people will be sitting down and watching, right? And also, it's not in your typical room where there's a stage and stuff. It's quite anti-commercial, if that's the word,
Unconventional.
Unconventional, that's the word. So, we just wanted to ask you guys, what's the reason behind you guys using this space, in front of the main building? What's the reasoning behind using certain people to be characters in your play? What's the reason behind the production? Why did you guys think that would be the correct space, setting, and lighting to present such to the university?
So, as we said, it's an old way of doing things, that art is. So, like a ritual, like a mukete, when kids are back from the mountain to make the celebrations, everyone takes part in that. If you're a male, you go to the kraal and you work and you work. If you're a female, you go to the females and you work and you work. If you're a child, you go to the children and you work. If you're a dog, you go to the dog and wait as well. So we're trying to now make this shared experience as opposed to having the audiences just experiencing art there and performers not sharing enough. So this means physical engagement. This means sharing of spaces, sharing of participation, so that we all share and embody this experience together, as opposed to you just experiencing it, it's art. Okay, that's it. No. But now for you to be part and contribute to it, similar to that person, that child that is sent to go get water in that mukete, that child contributes to that experience, So we are not trying, we are bringing back that old approach to event and art. And it's framed as immersive theater, and it's based on Ubuntu.
Wonderful.
Love that. Mike, do you have anything to add to that?
I would just like to add on what Oliver has just said. I think for us, we found that conventional theaters are restricting in terms of expressing certain feelings. We realize that the interactions, human beings, we are interactive. So if you interact in a space and become part of the play, you're more related, you are more inclined to understand and feel whatever that the actor is feeling. So we also trying by all means to close that gap also between the performers and the audience. We kind of fuse them into one, and then them also being part of having to say and then experiencing it as someone who was in real life as something like now. If it was acting, no gender. We are engaging, and that is impactful unless you are just sitting there and then I'm here performing.
True. I hear that.
I'd like to ask actually, so we've gotten like the feelings and emotions and thoughts from like the audience, the actors themselves, but you guys, the brain and heart behind this production, how did it impact you?
Can I please start it? Because this one always sticks my point. Okay. So yesterday we had our first dry run, and I was in the audience. Came with the audience space with the idea that I have never watched it. I removed the knowledge that I had with it, and then came to watch it as if, like I've said, I've never watched it. And there were moments in which I was like, wow. Okay. This is beautiful, because I felt, even the actor at some point looked at me like, addressing me like I'm the one. Okay, so it was like the experience that I think was the best ever.
Wow. No, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Hey guys, it's been heavy on the emotions, on the brain and the body, and I every day, telling Mike, we need to work, meeting 2 hours, 4 hours every day, and it's been really hectic, and we decided to work with community members of this university that have never performed in theater, that don't have the experience as well as the knowledge, and so this became a kind of a community project while it's a professional production. So there was a lot of planning and a lot of technique that was used, but it was intense. And yesterday, seeing the audiences and how they reacted and how they responded and how they participated, it was like, okay, at least Mike, we have something to show,
Right, yeah.
But if I were to truly express how I feel, it's why I think I'm alive, for that reason. And so, it's a lot, but come watch. Hey, come watch.
You heard it. Did you hear it, guys?
Watch or else.
So the last and final question that we want to ask you guys, we asked everyone what their expectations are, as well as the actors. We asked them what are they expecting the audience to feel and how they're expecting them to react to the play. So obviously it's only right that we ask you guys, how do you guys think, because yesterday was the dry run, right? So next week we're going to have the people of the university. So how do you guys think the people are going to react, and how they're going to feel after watching it?
I think for me, the question should be, how would I like the audience? What would I like the audience to take from the show? Yes. And the answer would be that it's so unfortunate that we are living in the times and spaces where everything is about me, you. There is no that concept of Ubuntu. We've lost it totally. And I think this show highlights that mostly, that we are human beings at the end of the day, and we all have flaws. We are in the positions in which we have responsibility that we need to, fulfill. And we have to empathize with each other. We have this mentality that if you are there and I placed you there, you are there to save me. But we never understand what are burden that comes with that particular position. And also, there are issues that needs to be resolved by all the parties. We are in the institutions where there are a lot of complications, a lot of misunderstandings, lots of corruptions. Everything is happening here. And unless all the parties come together to resolve those things, nothing is ever going to be resolved. And this plays highlights that we need everyone to be part of these solutions. That's why the name, the University of Ubuntu, where we envision what would like the university, or how would like the university to be when everything has been solved and we are living in a space of Ubuntu. How we used to live, we need it in these spaces as well. So that element is going to come nicely in the production.
And you, Oliver?
What we intend the audiences to get is they need to. We're intending for them to come to a point of embracing their uniqueness, their cultures, their traditions, amasiko abo, in ulwimi lwabo, nendlela zokwenza zabo. Because sithatha isilungu singo.
I was literally like, why do you want us to be so?
Yabo. So njengoba sithatha isilungu, andithi basi wrong isilungu. Kodwa kufikile ixesha ngo-2022 befanele bakulula ngokuba sikwazi uthetha ulwimi lakho ngumntu, ukwazi uziveza indlela oziva ngayo, ukwazi uba xa uvuka ekuseni wenza isiko lakho. Ngoba ngoku kusenzima, yabo. Umzekelo ukhona utshomi wami apha esithi, fonini ngifuna uqhumisa impepho, andazi uba ndithini, yabo. So le show ka umuntu eyobukela pha uzobona uba hayi man iyenzeka lento, iyenzeka and ivumelekile, yabo. So eyona nto ngesilungu kuthiwa it's embracing your uniqueness, yabo. Kona zizokhipha nawe zizokhipha la izanu, yeah, zizokhipha izanu.
Yeah, guys, honestly, we hope to see you guys there engaging and also just allow yourself to be immersed with the play, you know.
Open yourself up to it, to be impacted by it.
You know,
And
open minds and
thank you guys
everything.
so much for sharing. Would you like to say something?
Would you like to say something? Oh my gosh, the nigga's taking the mic.
Oliver, please tell us when is the show?
Please let us know.
Alright, so ibali lizobe lidlala apha main building nge-16, 17, 18, 21 up nange-20 apha main building ngo-4 o'clock. That is 1600 p.m. Nifike pha ufike notshomi bakho ufake imask ndiyacela nangona kuphandle siyaqonda i-COVID yatsho ya eSouth Campus izobe idlala nakhona nini Mike nge-19 izobe idlala
Thursday.
Yeah, which is Thursday
Also at 4.
Yeah.
Outside of Madiba.
Madiba Arena. Yeah, nifike man nizobona litheko eli sichilo nithi University of Ubuntu izanobona litheko lethu.
I really don't know how to
Oh my
do
gosh,
it,
thank you
guys.
so much for sharing your passion
Yeah.
and everything, you guys. We really enjoyed talking
We
to
really
you. I
did.
feel so enriched.
I do.
Personally.
I do.
Art is life, Karabo.
Art is life, my babes.
Life is art.
This is art.
We
Our art.
We are.
You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
I hope that you enjoyed the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, why am I speaking in a British accent? We are actually
We are
this
trying
is
to embrace
indigenous.
our own.
Maha, bona, akisabua,
Hey.
Sikhuwa. I'm a Sutu girly. Tlabikiwa Sutu. ... till the end. Thank you. Point at the camera, yeah.
Right.
Point at the camera.
1, 2, 3. Okay, we're done.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Well done, you guys.
Yeah, guys.
You guys.
No, you guys really did well.
No, y'all did the most. Y'all,
You guys
y'all-
really did well. I don't want to lie.
You unraveled our
I think like having to speak with you guys, basically being the mind behind the production, was a lot more like fulfilling than speaking with, I'm not going to say speaking with them wasn't, but yeah, it was so much, it had so much depth.
Yeah.
Sorry, we could fully understand the play,
Yes.
especially because we watched it and there was a little bit of like, do you get what I mean? So now that we've like spoken to you guys and now we get like the thought behind it and the gist of everything, like now we're like, well, damn, it all makes sense.
And I feel like watching it more than once is important.
It is, because
Yeah.
I think so because it allows for conversations that play. Like,
Because
I was
literally,
like,
Karabo and I afterwards, we were like, I think. We kept saying, I
I
think.
think,
And I was like, oh my
think.
gosh, that's the point. It's trying to get you to think. Like, we're just thinking, you know, there's a lot
yeah,
happening
there's a
in the
lot,
mind and whatever.
and also this part is not gonna be part of the video because now we're just spoiling it. The fact that it's just